We got to go to pre-dynastic Tamaray, Egypt. Okay? Neolithic Egypt is Ham, right? He's Ham, right? Let me break it down. Ham in the Bible, right? Ham is of the black people. The black people came from Ham. Ham means black, right? Of the blue and white Nile, Pison and Gion, right? At the beginning of the world, there was neither heaven or earth. Nothing existed except the boundless mass primeval waters, which was shrouded in darkness, which is the Aduas or the Rashunet, who is Noon or Nunet. Okay, they contain the germs at the beginning. Check it out. Of everything. Do y'all read the books? Everything that will be in the future world was already created within the germ. Okay? So the primeval spirit within the desire for the world of creation. This is out of mind and out of tongue. The word in the beginning was the word. The word came to life. Right? Drop the 9, y'all. The word became the move is what it's basically saying. What does this mean? The creatures that were to constitute the future world were formed according to the divine intelligence, Ma'at. All right, where a picture of Ma'at, under the influence of Tahuti, who created the word by a word. Okay? 8 elements, 4 males and 4 females, arose out of the primeval water called Noon. Okay? Possessing the properties of male and female. They were considered the primeval mothers and fathers. Okay? So the first act of creation began with the egg. Okay? Ray, the immediate cause of all life on earth, emerged out of that egg in the form of the rising sun. Okay? So in chapter 104 of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the natir of time and earth is said to have made or laid an egg. Time and earth would be Geb. Okay? Okay? And Noon said, I watched. Noon bear witness. I watched this mighty thing that had come into being, and with which the natir, Geb, has opened the earth. Okay? So Geb's counterpart was Nut, representing heaven. Thank you for the gift, Brody. Let's get it going. Tap the screen, drop the 9s. Geb was the goose that laid the cosmic egg or the golden egg, symbolic of the sun from which Re or Ra was born. Let's get it. Let's get it. The root of all manifestation is the cosmic egg, which is a universal symbol. It represents the origin and mysteries of being, the progressive development, not the Bible story, the progressive development of germinal life, the inward working, self-sustained, with nothing added except a little bit of heat. A little bit of heat. Put some heat on there. You feel me? This Geb right here. You see that goose? Y'all see that goose? That's what laid the egg, y'all. It hit different when I got pictures for y'all. So a living creature then comes forth, knowing where and how to puncture and crack the shell to all intents. and knows where to go and knows what to eat when it gets out of the shell. This is intellect, y'all. We're going to get into that later. No mysteries. No mysteries from the Bible. It starts from a life germ and progresses on forward. It gives birth to itself out of chaos. We are talking of the original sun that exploded. Now, let me hip y'all to something. Our very own Milky Way, right, was formed from a massive sun called Sol. Sol was a sun that was bigger than this sun, older than this sun. Guess what happened? It collapsed. And when it collapsed, the Milky Way exploded. And it gave birth to our present day sun called Shamash or Helios. We know him as Ra. Let's get it. Which is 93 billion years old. So before this sun called Shamash became a ball of burning gas containing hydrogen and helium, it was an active planet called Aum. And Aum contained all of the planets and the moons and satellites all in one, like a Pangea. You know how Pangea was the one land that broke off to many lands? What if I tell you that Aum was the one planet that broke off into... Man, y'all not listening to me. This was a way more massive sun called Sol. Are y'all listening? Drop the 9. It was named after the original ruler, Sal or Sol. All right, whose wife was Arena. So Sal with the wife of Arena. And when you put them together, you get Sal Arena, and which was shortened to Solar, Solar, no Rena, Solar. This massive sun, Sol, collapsed and exploded outward. And Aum was caught in its gravitational pull. Thank you, Darian. And Aum exploded and gave birth to our sun Shamash. Okay? All 19 of the planets were hurled off into the galaxy. Explosions happened and created 19 galaxies in space, with the highest being Elion. The story of creation is the book of knowing how Re or Ra came into being. Okay? Drop the 9s, y'all. Let's get the algorithm going. This coming from the Supreme Being, Tehuti, my master teacher. You feel me? I'm connected with Tehuti directly. I get it direct. I ain't making it up. It arises in the heart, and within the heart, it assumes form after you speak it. This is the Supreme Being. Then I got to hip you to Kipra. There go the picture of Matt. I've been looking for Matt this whole time, y'all. I'm DJing with the pictures, y'all, so rock with me. Anytime I go live, man, I'm giving y'all nothing but right knowledge. This was a time that nothing existed but the vast mass of celestial waters, which the Egyptians called Noon. And Kipira, the beetle, he came into being by pronouncing his own name. When Kipira came out of the watery mass, he found himself in empty space. This is the real creation story that the Bible has plagiarized. Just listen. Just listen. They gave the place a void a name by uttering that name. Okay? And at once it came into existence, like the Quran. Kum, all Allah had to do was say kum or be, and everything came. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, right? This was thousands of years older than both of those. Okay? So Kippurah had the heart soul, the Ba, the Ka, that existed him in depicting in his mind the image of the word to come. This is the astral plane. If you think of something in your mind and see a picture, it exists on the astral plane. You are using your imagination as a faculty, but you are also creating. That thought has a density, it has a weight. If you hold on to it and speed it up, what happens? What happens? It will manifest, y'all. This is alchemy. So let me tell you about Kaloum. Remember, it says that Enki and God made the man out of the dirt. Well, let me tell you, in ancient Egypt, Khnum was the one. Khnum was the one that was making the people out of clay. And you see Tahuti there, who is Thoth, who is thought. Who is thought. So thought and the word. Then you have Khnum. Right? They say Enki made us out the clay. They say Yahweh, whoop-de-woo. They say God grabbed the dirt and made Adam, who is Adama, which means ground. But what about Khnum? That is older than everybody that I just named. And the story goes, Khnum made them out of the clay, and you see a frog there. The frog is the Ogdoad. The Ogdoad is the 8 beings in the beginning. That's of the primordial waters of Nun. Which means man is being made in the beginning, because you got Tahuti there. This is man there with Tahuti and the Ogdoad. What's before that? Nothing. Nothing. That's Capri. So the scribe that I showed you, that beetle that I showed you, you see him out of Nun. Nun is who is holding the boat. As you see Nun holding the boat, you see 7 deities who is included with Capri, which makes it 8 deities, who are the 8 Ogdoads. And Capri is rolling, okay, the sun up over the Ben, which is the obelisk, which is the primordial mound, which came from Nun. Just like the beetle in ancient Egypt rolls the dung over and up the hill. This is what Capri is doing in this form. It's an analogy. It's mythology. But it tells the correct story, which is more correct than the Bible saying that first the plants and earth was made and then the sun was made. The Bible says that the earth and the plants was made before the sun. What do we have here? Anyway, I don't want to ruin, anybody's day. I'm going to keep going. We was once living in air pockets, man. I know y'all don't understand this knowledge. That's why I should be y'all teacher. We were in the form of gases, in the etheric state, while they were in the process. So we existed. We was in the pocket, like how they say, man. I'm in a pocket right now, like you cool it. Yeah, we was in a pocket. We was literally cooling. We say it to this day. This is before Adam Kadmon was in the flesh. We was in the pocket, man. As gas pockets. We got 3 creations, man. You feel me? First, there was original or primary creation, which was performed by Etherians. Okay, this is subatomic energies. This is where you get Ptah in the form of gases. Ptah that created Atum, as the subatomic particle creates the atom that creates Adam. So don't be a dumb motherfucker. It hit different when I'm back, though. So I'm trying to tell y'all that the lightest atom, hydrogen, and thus these particles have no weight. Guess what I'm saying? I'm saying that nothing is a thing, guys. The sum starts with H1, who is hydrogen 1, but things created hydrogen 1. And hydrogen 1 is when things come into existence as the lightest. But then before the lightest atom, as 9 ether, as hydrogen is weighed, to have a sum, right, guys? To have a sum, we have ether that goes into triple darkness, which is the state of quartz. Y'all thought I wasn't going to name it? Which is the first degree of darkness. the first degree of nothingness. Okay? No thing is a thing. Then we have the state of biaps, which is the second degree of darkness. And 3, the state of zeals, which is the third degree of darkness. Okay? And then there was secondary or evolutionary creation, which is the evolving of existence from density to matter, to atoms, to cells, to organisms, to bodies. Why don't the Bible say this? Can we get a little bit of science, a little bit of facts? Because there's also the ghost station creation, which is the breath of life, the living soul, the emotional you that existed as the conscious being. Yeah, we overstand that. But 9 ether is the combination of all gases, all the chemicals of nature. So nothing can be as powerful as all the natural existing gases of almighty nature. Thus, 9 ether is the most potent. It has the most potential of all the boundless universes. And potent and potential goes together. Because you ain't potent if it ain't no, we don't see no potential in you. You don't got the it factor. I'm the Michael Jackson of Nuwaubian, man. I got the it factor when it come to teaching, man. Let's turn it up. This one form called the universe. 9 ether then personified itself as flesh and blood beings from atoms, from Adam. From Adam came from the atom, which came from the atom. God damn it. Drop the 9s, y'all. Everybody drop a 9, man. 9 dimensions. Okay? We got to understand that they use sound and electric energy. Let me get serious. The sound and electric energy is how it personified by using both positive and negative energies. Okay? Electromagnetic energy. So check it out. The electro would be the negative and magnetic would be positive. Okay? Light being electro and the light spectrum being magnetism. Truth is truth.